Alright, hey guys, how's it going? In this video I'll be doing some example solves just to give you some more insight on how I would approach solving some scrambles and also how I would figure out my first pair. So yeah, let's just get right into it. This is the scramble. Upon inspection I notice the orange and the red pieces are well aligned and I can easily insert the green following inserting the red. That means that I could also use the orange to insert the blue. It's just a little more inconvenient because I have to then solve this. So I think I'll go around with that approach of just like using the red and the orange and the green to solve each other, these two edge pieces. And at that time, I'll also look into solving or figuring out my first F12 pair. I noticed that this is kind of a no-go because the moment I insert this, after I insert the red, it's just going to be stuck here. There's no piece that can remove it since I've already inserted the blue and the red. So that corner piece is just going to remain here. Same thing goes with the green over here. If I'm going to insert the red first and then the green, this corner piece is going to remain attached to the green. It's not going to move any bit. So this is probably not the best corner to tackle. And then I see this corner piece, which is probably better because I know that when I'm inserting this, I can, once I insert the green, this will move into the back and there's going to be nothing impacting this corner, like moving it more. So I can look into the edge. I notice that this green is gonna, when I insert the red, it's gonna come down here, and then when I insert the blue, it's just gonna be over here. So because I have white on top, when I insert this, I have white on top and the green stickers here, and then I have green over here. I just have to do R prime U2 R to set it up. So essentially the final execution is just gonna look like this. Then R prime U2 R to set it up. And then I notice that this block right here, I can use for my next F12 pair. So as I'm inserting, I'll pay attention to that. And then, yeah, I'll just go ahead, solve those two. At the same time, actually, because I have this edge piece here that's solved, that I was noticing while I was solving this, and then its corresponding corner pieces right here, what I actually can do is just do an X cross, or like, not an X cross, but insert this into the D layer before solving this. So I can just go like this, pair it up at the back here, and then like that. And then I can just, oh, actually, you know what? I also have an edge here that's inserted properly. So, okay, I probably wouldn't have noticed that at my level, but you know, to be really efficient, after I inserted this, I could have also inserted this corner piece over here at the back and then solved it. Right, I didn't notice that, so yeah, so I'll just carry off where I was over here. So I don't want to do this type of insertion because it's harder to solve this F12 piece. So I'd rather just go insert with a sledge and then insert like this in the back, like that. Then I'll do OL and then I'll do PLO. Cool, let's get into the next scramble. Okay, so for this next scramble right here, I noticed that this green can be in relation with this orange if I just do a D2. And also I can make this red in relation to the green and the orange just by doing an F and then inserting it down here. And while I do that, also because I'm doing a D2, this edge piece is gonna, blue edge piece is gonna come here. And then when I do an F, it's actually gonna set up and align with this. So it's a lot easier to solve the cross then. So I think I'll go with that solution. Now in terms of my first pair, the very first edge that I'm moving is going to be, or sorry, yeah, the very first edge that I'm moving is going to be the green. So, and there's this corner piece right here. And this corner piece is going to be affected when, or brought up to the top layer when I insert this orange over here. As I'm doing a D2, this corner piece is going to be right here. Then I'll insert this, so it'll end up over here. And then even when I'm inserting the blue, this corner piece will still remain in the top layer. It will just essentially just be brought up from here to here. So it's going to remain in the top layer and I can find the corresponding edge, which is this one. So after I do a D2 and I insert, so the D2 will be right here and I insert this red. So the edge will be over here. And then we can look into the exact, exact orientation. So for the edge, the red is going to be over here and then I'm going to insert this red edge piece, which will essentially do an F, so it will be red here, blue over here. And then in terms of this corner piece, when I do a D2, the red is going to be in the back, the blue, and then the white is right here. And then I'm essentially doing an L2 after I insert the orange and then the blue. So if I have red here, blue here, and white here, the blue is going to come on the top, and then the white is going to be here, and the red's going to be here. So I have blue, white, red, and then I have the red here, which means that I just have to rotate and do an R, U, R prime to pair it up into an F12 block. So overall, what that will look like is D2, L. You see how this corner piece is coming up, and then this is the corresponding edge piece. Insert this red, so the edge piece is over here, like I said, and then the final movement of this corner piece is right here. So like I was saying, blue, red, and white over here. I just have to rotate, pair it up, and go ahead. Now while I'm inserting, I notice that there's this white corner piece here, which I can use for my next F12 player. So I'll look into that. From deduction, I would assume that it would be, this is the corresponding edge piece, the green, this is the red and the green here. So this is essentially a block. But I also see this, and actually from this position, from this angle, it's pretty easy to solve this. So I'll just go ahead, do that alg, and then these two split up, and I have these two as my remaining, my other remaining F12 block I can use. So I'll actually solve these two like that, and then just a normal insert, and then solve these. I'll do a sledge insert just to get EO, and then PLO. Okay, for the next scramble here, I noticed that, well, the cross pieces are kind of all over the place. If I go like this, it's not going to be in alignment with the orange or the red when I insert it, which means I have to go, if I wanted to use the green, I have to go this route. And I can actually use this red to push this green to be over here, like that, and then I can easily insert the orange and then the green and then the blue. So I think that that approach is pretty good. So I think, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so in terms of my first pair then, because of how many things are going on, I have a B move and then like a bunch of other LNR moves. I'm probably gonna look at first like this last edge piece that I'm inserting and hope that there's a corner piece that it's gonna bring to the top layer. So what I'm doing in R2, when I'm inserting this orange here, then a D prime, any corner pieces that are gonna be over here or here are gonna be in the top layer. So I'm pretty sure this corner piece is gonna be in the top layer because I'm gonna insert R2 and then D prime, and then I'm gonna do an R, and this piece is gonna come up to the top. The only thing is that this is gonna be a white piece on top, white corner on top, which is kind of harder to deal with in terms of F12 cases unless the corresponding edge piece is in the top layer, because if it's in like one of these middle slots, it's pretty hard to deal with. So I'm going to look for another option, but I'll keep this in the back of my mind. So when I insert this red here, I'm going to be moving this orange here like that. And what I notice is that because I'm inserting this green after I insert the orange, this green is actually going to bring this orange to the top layer, and even when inserting this blue, it's still going to remain in the top layer. So I pair it up right here by doing a B prime when I'm inserting this red, and then I'm going to do an R2, right? So this green is going to come right in front, this white is going to be here, and this orange is going to be here, and then I'm going to do an F prime to insert this green. So like it's going to look like this. When I'm doing the R2 and then F, that means that the orange is going to come on the top, the green is going to be here, and the white's going to be here, and then when I'm inserting this blue, that means I'm basically doing one more move. So that this green is going to be over here, and this white is going to be over here, and then we can look at the corresponding edge. Because it's not a white corner piece on top, I think this is a pretty viable F12 pair. So I'm going to do R2. This is where the edge is, and then I'm going to do an F, which means that it's going to be green on top and then orange over here. So if I have green here and then green here, so green on top, that means I just have to do R, U2, R prime to pair it up. So overall, it's going to look like this. Then like that, and then I can cancel right into it, RU2, R prime. And at the same time, I notice that there's this corner piece right here that I can use for my next F12 pair. So I'm looking, I'm scanning. I don't know if this is the corresponding edge piece or this is the corresponding edge piece, but I notice that I have another option, which are these two. So I'll go ahead and solve those. And at this point, I'm going to rotate. I notice that I have two options because I have the green and red corner here, and I know that its corresponding corner pieces right here. I mean, edge pieces right here. But I also know that I have these two here. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to solve these two like that, and then I'm going to insert normally, and then I'm going to solve these two like that. OLO, and then PLO. Oops. Yep. Okay guys, so that's going to be it from me for my in-depth analysis for these example solves. Because it's quite in-depth and I'm thoroughly revealing my thought process in real time when I'm looking at these scrambles, these types of videos are quite long, especially for only covering 3 solves. But I'm also going to be creating an example solves video, which is much more quick overview of how I would solve certain scrambles. So it's essentially the same style that you would see for other Cubers example solves videos. And it definitely won't be taking as much time as it did in this video. But I just wanted to give you guys a variety of different example solves approaches so I can better understand which format is better for your learning. So yeah, if you can let me know in the comments or in the forums about this format, what you thought about it, that would be great. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me, and see you in the next video. Hey guys, that's going to be it for me for this video. I hope you found my examples and explanations insightful. Now, to help me improve my content to better fit your learning style, I would really appreciate it if you could spare a couple of seconds just to fill out this feedback form, and its link is in the description. So here you can let me know what went well, what didn't go well, and what aspects you would like me to include or work on in the future. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.